bit shocking there. Again, Magnus, instead of playing bishop f6, where he would not only have won this pawn, but maybe gotten access to the other pawns on dark squares. And you see the computer didn't like it either. He played king f6, and instantly white kind of crawled back into a position that probably only the first player could win. So interesting stuff.
Magnus was in a very
either one was a draw. I don't know.
I think Magnus was in a very defensive mindset. He saw that by moving his king to the center, he would make a draw guarantee. And he wasn't even considering the option that he was close to being able to play for a win, despite being blocked down.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Well, note that kind of what I predicted is come true. That with another opportunity, with the black pieces in this line, Parham does not go with the retreating variation of bishop e7, which leads to that kind of theoretically topical, very close center that we saw Magnus get his first win in. Instead, we have a more traditional looking utility, and maybe back up the opening here just to show everybody kind of what I'm talking about. Again, we've now had this line in every game where Magnus was white. In game 1, he house slipped a4. If you're just tuning in, you missed a pretty funny moment. But since then, Magnus has played a3. In game 3, Parham played bishop e7 and went on to lose. And in this game, he played the more traditional Nimzo exchange on c3. So there we go. You've now been all caught up. You're welcome, Chad.
And Magnus sits pretty with the two bishops, and he's gonna hope to demonstrate the power of the bishop pair. Now, there are cases.
Whenever you say demonstrate the power, I feel like something epic is about to come out of your mouth.
I've made a lot of videos on chess.com highlighting the bishop pair.
When you say demonstrate the power, I'm like, I thought it was like Kylo Ren twist ending coming, and then you talked about the bishop here, and I like that. Alright, here we go. How do we play this structure when you have the two bishops without the pounds?
Now you're going to take the pawn on c5. You're going to then play c4. Just make the move.
Okay, wait, you want me to say d takes d5?
Yeah, takes. Pawn takes back.
Okay.
And then c4. Then we have c4.
Yeah.
Then we have both bishops pointing in towards the center, kind of towards the black's king. I think this is the way I would try to do something with the bishops. But Magnus has chosen a different approach. He has tried to move more pieces towards black's king. And I think Magnus is going to give up that pawn in the middle. I think if given the option, if we get lots of captures with this tension between pawns, and if black here, for instance, places the rook into an open file, logical move, I think Magnus will consider the move d5. Just basically saying, whatever happens, I'm going to try to get rid of this pawn so that I can open my two bishops pointing towards black's king. So this will be very, very interesting. And moving back to the game, something similar has happened. Parham did capture twice in the middle, and then instead of capturing back, Magnus just gets another piece involved. He gets his rook into the middle. He's saying he's welcoming Parham to keep capturing on b3. Because if Parham keeps capturing, then Magnus will just open up for both his rooks, both his bishops, and the knight is coming in as well. This would be a pretty tremendous attacking position for white.
Parham instead sits on the tension of the game, but I love your idea so much first, but I think Parham's idea, if you take, blockade that square, I don't know if we need right away, but obviously
it's not a very tactical
blockade. This is, let me just show the obvious tactic. You have to find a way to sit and blockade the center in the Parham. Yes.
Yeah. So if Magnus doesn't want to capture the pawn on d4 with his pawn, because then Parham will play knight to the center. And what Magnus basically wants. He wants to disappear the pawn. But that's not illegal in chess.
It would be if we were playing self-capture chess. Shout out to Alpha Zero and Vladimir Kronvik. Just kidding. Go ahead, sorry.
I was considering whether I was going to do that.
Yeah.
No, but it's a very true story that if you could capture your own piece, it wouldn't be that much of a problem for Magnus having a bishop blocked by his own pawn. But as the rules of chess stand, a bishop blocked by his own pawn is one of the worst things you can have. Because if the bishop is blocked by the opponent's pawn, you can capture it, right? Get rid of it. But when it's your own pawn, you're just stuck.
Look at this. One basis is I think a discard ice water. Shout out to the sponsors, for all chess players. Is it discard? How do you say it?
Probably. Well, I have some inspiration.
Oh, sorry. I have not presented my sponsorship yet for this war, so
I'm very equal to it.
Okay. He's the one of the placing course that he can get. I assume F1 next. That's not logical.
But Parham, on the other hand, is going after that bishop on point. He appreciates the trouble that the young king pointed down towards the black king. So before Magnus manages to open up to that bishop, Magnus has a plan of pawn to f4, then pawn to e5. Just taking control in the center and opening up for the bishop to point towards the black king. But Parham ahead of that by his knight to the Netherlands.
Not only that, she's getting kind of been playing quickly again for the second game in a row. The storyline is how well Parham adjusted him with his time in. I mean, it's like 4 minutes. I mean,
Yeah, is that Parham's mention? Magnus is pretty bad.
I don't know. I mean, I was kind of going to say the latter as well. I was surprised by how much time Parham took to play before. Not because it was a bad move, but yeah, it definitely felt not necessarily worth a minute or 3 seconds or a time stamp or just on upset. And black is not any worse. I mean, Magnus might be considering a simplification, trading on c6 and winning his pawn back for an opposite bishop ending with himself.
Yeah, I think still Parham needs to be a little bit careful because the pawn structure white has on a this is a beautiful pawn chain. Pawns protecting each other. And they're limited in the scope for the black bishop on e7. A really good job of it. And in addition, Magnus is preparing to move his knight up to f5. That knight was previously protecting the pawn in the center. Now that a different piece is doing that task, he's able to move the knight forward. And so I was going to say that the logical move, a6, which Parham played, forcing Magnus to make a decision with the bishop, I thought that was going to be advantageous for Magnus on account of a possible endgame. But Magnus just made a huge blunder. Magnus blundered bishop a4, and then bishop a4 is knight b3. And so Magnus has to give up his but that's not the end of the world. Oh, actually, it is the end of the world. Look at that decision there from Parham. Great decision. He didn't want to be for 2 pieces. Instead, he chooses to be up a rook for a knight. And I think that was a really good goal from Parham there. And now he has a winning position and he has more time. Magnus trying to locate the black pawn before it starts on its run becoming a new queen. It's very close to a win here for Parham, but Magnus is doing his very best to create some kind of defensive structure. Magnus is going to get his king involved. He's going to use his rook and knight to kind of protect everything on the left-hand side. And then on the right-hand side, Magnus has more pawns than black. So it's difficult to create a breakthrough still not easy for Parham.
It's crazy how even with the blunder, somehow Magnus fell into what looks like a planned setup. The fact that the rook guards the knight, the pawn actually guards the e4 square, which makes a play like this not possible. This is actually, while a clear advantage for black, not so simple at all with the first.
Yeah, but look at Parham's plan. I really like this king e7. Parham is coming with the king. He's going to go to c6. He's going to go to e5.
Yeah.
He's going to dislodge the knight from the c4 square. And when that knight is removed, we can start pushing the pawn forward in this quest to becoming.
But
So,
again,
good
now
plan
time
here
pressure.
for Parham.
Now time pressure though, and here comes some tricks. Don't let that knight do anything dirty. That's a nasty pony. You can even play check and keep the king back with one. I wonder if Magnus can consider rushing up with his own king, given the advanced majority he has over here.
No, Magnus is just asked king a5. Also good, going after the pawn, and now a check. Parham at some point is going to consider just giving up his rook for the knight. Oh,
Yeah.
but good move, good move.
Yeah, rook b3 was a killer move.
Yeah, because that prevents Magnus from
Yeah,
getting his rook on the offense.
Magnus still doing his best to make it a mess.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
tricky play from Parham.
Very nice.
But
Rook takes c3 is lights out.
yeah, well played by Parham, and he gets his first win. And with that, he also equalizes the